Well, a bit of glitz and glamour and V8 superstars have headed down to Heytesbury Stock Feed Simpson Speedway for the second round of the All-Star Sprint Car Series and your second race, Cameron Waters, in the sprint car. Mate, how did you find it last weekend at Mildura?
Yeah, it was a lot of learning last weekend. Had so much fun. Time trialled third and had to start off the back, so that was okay. Hit the fence at one point. Learned how to put a front axle in the thing, fixed her up, went back out. So we probably didn't have the best weekend, but we had a lot of fun doing it. So cool to be back under the behind the wheel this weekend and learning a new track.
How do you do the transition? I know I've spoken with Garth Tander and a number of V8 guys, and road racing is all about keeping the car straight and keeping it under you. Wing sprint cars, totally different beast. How do you transition yourself to that?
Yeah, obviously they're totally different what I usually do, but I've done a lot of speedway anyway, so I guess it's not too bad for me, jumping out of a late model or a modified production into one of these. It's probably closer than the supercar. So I get the dirt aspect of it. Obviously the sprint car stuff's a little bit different with the techniques and how you have to get the most out of them. But I'm sure I'll pick it up quickly and we're having a lot of fun in the meantime.
Well, you're true. That's a very good point about the modified production sedan, which of course you won an Australian Championship. But these are different again. The sedans, I know, from experience, you sort of get to a corner and you wait for the car to turn, where these, you've got to make them turn if they won't turn on their own.
Yeah, just different philosophy driving them. And, the late model and the modifieds were fairly similar. These are a lot different again, but it's probably better that it is a lot different because, you're starting a bit more fresh behind the wheel, picking it up. Learned a fair bit, obviously the practice day and last weekend, and feel like I've kind of got my head around what I need to do inside the car. It's probably just, get the car to work for me a little bit more now. And, obviously a lot of good guys here tonight. So hopefully I can learn a bit off them as well.
I remember talking to John Faulkner many years ago. He spent a little bit of time in a super sedan. And the one thing that he didn't like was getting the overalls dirty. Now we're at Simpson tonight. It's been raining a bit this afternoon. There's a fair bit of mud around. You're looking forward to getting a bit muddy out there tonight?
Oh, I think I'll be getting very muddy, mate. I've got lots of tear-offs on. Caught me off guard last weekend. So, well prepared with that, and we'll get the P1 suit nice and dirty this weekend, and hopefully they'll have a fresh one for me this year.
Well, there's lots of fans of V8 supercars that love their sprint car racing, and it's great that we're getting a little bit of crossover. Like yourself, Tim Slade, of course, he's actually raced here in a sprint car before. Did he give you any tips about getting around Simpson?
No, I actually haven't spoke to Slady at all. So I did watch Slady when he was in the sprint car a few years ago now, and he went pretty good in it, but I'm listening to my crew chief and the guys that got around me working for me, and I think we'll be okay.
Exactly. So tell us quickly, how did the whole deal come about? We know you've had a little bit of a desire to get into a sprint car for a while. How did this particular one come about for you?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do sprint car racing, but I've been doing other stuff and went to Avalon last year. It's about this time last year with Big Cole, one of my personal sponsors, and we said, this would be pretty cool to have a crack at one of these, and 12 months later we're doing it. So we're just doing it for a bit of fun, and we're doing that for sure.
I guess it also helps keep you race sharp too during the off season, does it, or not?
I think so. When you're driving anything, it's a positive, I think, and sprint cars are very fast, and it makes you think on the fly, very quick, and I think that could help when I go back to the supercar. Well, I hope it does anyway. So, and if it doesn't, I've had a lot of fun in the meantime, and learned something new.
So, if the opportunity exists, do you see yourself doing this for a couple more years?
I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I think we're just gonna see how we find it, and if we're going all right, we might keep on doing it. And for me, the supercar stuff's still my priority, 100%, and this is just to kind of complement that. So, if it's still complementing what I'm trying to achieve in the supercar, I can't see why we wouldn't keep doing it.
Final point: how does the speed of one of these things around? I know you haven't run a 410 at say Warrnambool yet. Any plans for that? We'll get to that in a moment. But how does this compare to 300 k's an hour down at Bathurst?
Just totally different, mate. So, obviously, a lap around Bathurst in a supercar is pretty special, and 300 k's is very fast, but these achieve their speed totally different. So I've driven the 410 a couple of times now. Plan on racing Avalon and Warrnambool next weekend. So I feel like that'll open my eyes up a little bit, and I'll probably have a sore neck the next day.
Well, that's awesome that you're going to run the 410 at Premier next weekend. We look forward to that. Thanks for coming down and being part of the show. We love it, Dirt. Sprint car fans are a bit like we are supercar fans. They're absolutely fanatical, and we love to see someone like yourself with your calibre of experience and great results come and having a play in the mud. Well done. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for having me.